We need to do a mukbang.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
A mukbang?
Yeah, dude. That has to happen.
Let's do it.
Alright guys, welcome back to ASMR and Mukbang with REC.
Get a fat microphone right here.
just you're eating a big lobster tail. With nothing to do with knives. Well, we can cut
Can't
it.
eat seafood.
We can cut it with a knife.
You can't eat seafood?
No,
Just start rolling?
never.
What is going on? Welcome back to another rec report. Oh, yeah, you want to start?
No, keep going. I went like this.
I'm shocked that you even. Wow.
All right, boys. We're back. This is rec report.
6.
Dang, we've done 6 already?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a lot. Anyways, my name is Riley Kent.
I'm Evan Rogers.
Everett Bishop.
There we go. What are we starting off with today?
So on this episode of the Rec Report, we're talking about EDC items that we can't go without and some that we can't get behind, our dream colorway collaborations, and much, much more. So stick around for all that and more on this episode of the Rec Report. Hey, what's up? All right, guys, hopping right into it.
And we're back.
And we're back.
That was a long
Welcome to
intro.
Coffee Chat with the REC guys. Anyway, today we're going to talk about some EDC gear that we can't go without personally, and then another piece of EDC gear that we just can't get behind. Don't see ourselves carrying at any point. So Everett, what do you think?
Can't go without would be a flashlight. Like, probably my most used piece of gear. I have it out multiple times a day, especially in the custom shop, dropping screws and stuff.
Yep.
We're always searching under cabinets and stuff.
That's true.
Can't get behind pry bars.
Yeah, I get that.
Agreed.
That's one of the things I really can't get behind. How about you, Riley?
Mine is my knife, pocket knife, carried everywhere, every day, unless I'm at school. They don't like me carrying it there.
Especially like an Endura. They don't think that's very
they're not
cool.
a fan. And then pry bars, not a huge fan. I don't understand.
I think
All
the
the-
pry bar craze is mostly from Instagram.
Yeah,
People just want props for their pictures.
when they do like layouts.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I think if I worked in a different field instead of on my computer all day every day, I would probably have more use for a pry bar. So I get it. And this isn't necessarily even something that we don't think is useful. This is just something that
Right.
we don't really even like to carry that
Right.
often. For me, I think knife kind of goes without saying. Always have a knife on, you know. For me, I always have a watch on. That's just something that I got from my grandfather and just never stopped wearing them. And then something I really can't get behind is knucks. You
Brass
know,
knuckles.
yeah, brass knuckles and those little like single or double knuckle duster type deals.
What about the carbon fiber or plastic little blades?
Oh yeah, you see, I can't really get behind those either. Like the polymer blades that people are coming out with. That just gives me bad vibes.
It's like a one-time use kind of thing.
Yeah, it gives me really, really bad vibes. Not so much useful for like everyday cutting tasks, more like
Oh,
a
not at
singular purpose
Yeah.
kind of deal. So I don't really get
I'm
behind
a guy
those.
who would carry those to like baseball games.
Yeah,
That is cool. That
Like
they-
you can
no
get
metal
through,
detector.
and when you're walking through that giant parking lot at the end of the night, like you at least feel somewhat secure.
yeah, that's true. That's fair.
That's like the only way I see that useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes we'll get orders and it'll be all polymer knives, and I'm like, oh, what is this guy geared up for?
Cold Steel is a pretty big polymer line knife.
Yeah,
Polymer line.
polymer knife line.
Polymer knife line.
Well, they have the polymer balisongs, which I just think are fun, like the FTX
And there's a
ones.
double-sided polymer balisong. Double-sided balisong just doesn't make
And it's
sense in the first
surprisingly
place.
sharp.
It's fully
Yeah.
serrated. It's molded serration, but it's
Yeah.
fully serrated. I've definitely swung that around and got myself a little bit.
Yeah,
Definitely in front of customers too, because it was like I didn't know it was going to be sharp, and then you just whack yourself, and you're like,
Yeah, I've walked away bleeding from one of those.
don't understand that one.
Yeah, I'm not so much of a fan of those. Okay, guys, another thing that I was thinking about this week is season-specific knives. I know a lot of guys will carry Salt Series knives during the summer because they're more likely to be around the water, more likely to be fishing, hunting, doing that sort of thing. Do you guys have specific knives that you carry during specific seasons?
Summertime, a lot of FRN knives.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of an FRN guy in general.
Yeah,
you have a
I
lot
like
of
it a lot.
Backlock, Spyderco FRN models, which is really cool. Negative 5s and Delicas and Enduras and whatnot. So.
And then in the wintertime, I usually have my jeans on, which means I have a belt, and then you can put as much weight as you want in your pockets.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's probably my biggest thing. Like the SOCOM, I can definitely see myself carrying a little bit more often when I'm wearing jeans instead of wearing like athletic dress-looking pants that
Pulls them all the way
I don't
down,
want to
right?
be. You can't really have your pants drawn around your ankles at work. It doesn't work out very well for you most of the time. And then in the summer, I'm always carrying something little. Most of the time, like just not even an FRN Spyderco, but a pair of 3 I think is perfect for the summer.
Yeah.
It's like 3 ounces, so not super heavy. Big enough to get all my everyday cutting tasks done, but not still pulling my pants down. How about you?
For me, it doesn't really change much. Just kind of my EDC fixed blade gets larger.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just like when I have on coats and stuff, I'll have one like either tuck it in like the inside pocket or just actually have one dangling on the belt that'll be covered by a longer jacket.
That's true, and we also don't have very many restrictions where we work with the kind of stuff that we can carry. It's just what we can comfortably carry. Because I know a lot of people are worried about concealing EDC fixed blades during the summer, or I guess in general they're worried about concealing them, so that's why they get carried more in the summer, or more in the winter I should say. But for us, we don't really have to worry about restrictions like that.
I'll normally also kind of bump up the size of my flashlight
Okay.
in the winter months where it's getting darker sooner.
That's true.
Just want something that has a brighter output.
So instead of like a little AAA light or a AA light, you're actually running something rechargeable.
Bump into like an 18650 or something.
That's cool. So one thing that I wanted to see, and I want to see if you guys would be interested in this. I want to print off a big sheet and give it to these two, and I'll do it myself as well. But that you fold up, put in your pocket, and every time you use your knife over the course of a week, so we'll do it Tuesday to Tuesday for how we shoot. Every time you use your knife, I want you to mark down what it was, so that we can go through at the end of the week and see what we're using our knife for on a day-to-day basis.
Same knife?
It doesn't matter. Just whatever knife you have in your pocket, or a fixed blade, whatever you're running that day. Just what you use it for during the week. I think that would be really cool. Even if it's as simple as opening up a package from the refrigerator or doing any kind of cutting task throughout the week. I think that would be cool. And then at the end of the week, we could look at it and say, wow, I could have accomplished all these things with a 2-inch blade. So maybe we could downsize our collection, or our EDC for summer months. Yeah.
I know I could get by with like a runt size knife.
Oh, absolutely.
I usually skin a bear at least twice a week.
Oh, really?
Where you finding bears?
Bear country is expanding in the U.S. right now. I've only seen one black bear in my life, and it was up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Shout out Todd. And it was from a good long distance away, but it was a mother and her cub. It was one of the coolest things that I've ever seen in nature.
Have you seen a brown bear?
No, I've never seen a brown bear.
I've seen black bears in Tennessee, and my wife is the person to like hop out the car to try to get pictures when it's two cubs with no mom.
She's lurking somewhere. Right. Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, you need to get in the car because mom is somewhere.
And she's like, I'm a mother. I'll fight this bear. That's awesome. Anyway, guys, we talked a lot about favorite brands here on the show. How about favorite designers? Maybe someone that collaborates with different brands, someone who's a custom guy who only makes custom knives. What are you guys thinking?
For me, Tough Thumbs. Jeff Blauvelt. I've probably butchered that, but...
We'll put up the correct Google Translate pronunciation right now.
A lot of his designs, either whether it's the custom stuff or the little collab that he did with Custom Knife Factory, like I love.
Oh, yeah.
I love his designs.
And Custom Knife Factory does an amazing job of bringing awesome designs to life in a way that the designer, I think, can be proud of.
He also has a couple Arcform collabs.
Oh, yeah.
So he's doing a few.
They also do really cool stuff, though. I mean, yeah, I really dig that. Yeah, Tough Thumbs, he's one of the OGs too.
Yeah, I mean,
he was
just
really
started out
involved.
pimping knives.
Yep.
And just kind of evolved from there.
Really involved in social media and YouTube back in the day, which is really cool. That's sweet. How about you?
I really like what Andrew Demko has done. His, and the locks in particular. I know that is what he specializes in. But they're awesome. The locks are really cool.
And I know we talk about Andrew Dimko all the time here on the show, but just the fact that he not only does the form factor design, but he's in there doing the engineering and the math involved in actually creating a new locking mechanism is totally insane. And they're deceptively simple when you actually take them apart. Like I know you guys have taken apart the 80-20.5s and you've seen how simple that shark lock is, but it just works so well, so robust, and it's actually really fidgety and fun, which you wouldn't really expect looking at it. But totally agree.
How about you?
For me, Brian Brown, I think we have similar interests when it comes to materials and kind of shapes. He really likes just plain titanium and just natural looking raw micarta, which really appeals to me. I've never been like a big carbon fiber guy or any of that kind of like high speed, low drag stuff. I really just like a simple, clean looking knife. I think that's a lot why I like Joseph Vero's designs as well. But like the Jaeger, especially like a full titanium, no flipper Jaeger, super cool knife. And really the blade's shape you wouldn't expect me to like. It's just like a big Warncliffe like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like you wouldn't really expect me to like something like that just based off of my tastes and other knives, but it just, the way it comes together I think is so slick. Another one would be the Lum designs. I've always really liked those. What he did with Spyderco and Benchmade back in the day, I think those are really cool. And maybe it's just a sentimental thing because those were kind of the cool knives growing up.
Right.
Were a lot of Bob Lum's designs. Great hatchets and axes and stuff as well, which is really cool. But I really, really like his stuff. Elishewitz, but a lot of cool stuff going on out there.
I say if I had to throw out another one, Gavco, another one of those kind of YouTube OGs.
Yeah.
All of his stuff is kind of angular and different and really cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Les George. I've given you like 6 already, but Les George. I just really like that
It's supposed
dude.
to be your favorite.
Sorry. I have what if I'm going with a favorite. It's gonna be Brian Brown, and then just for
I
talking
say
points.
Les George definitely has cool, I would say, design
Yes.
because all of them look the same.
Yes.
Essentially, with each brand that he works with, you can point it out immediately. Like that's a Les George.
And maybe that's just because he doesn't really care about how a knife looks.
It's all about function.
Yeah, he just found what he likes, the blade shapes that he likes, the shapes of handles that he digs, and he's
like
just
that.
like, yeah, throw it in there. His SBR, that's definitely one that's on my list from ProTech, not something a custom piece from him. But man,
That's
and he's a
why I
badass
really
dude. Shout out to our U.S. Marines. You guys are awesome. Always in our thoughts and prayers. How about a neglected step when it comes to knife care or maintenance? You're not a big knife care or maintenance guy. Like I see it in your eyes right now.
I'd say it has to be sharpening.
Okay.
A lot of people
That is
don't
pretty
sharpen
right.
their knives. They have dull knives, and then they don't work as well.
Well, I think coming from the knife community, maybe we obsess about sharpening our knives, I should
is
say.
true.
But I totally agree. When you're out there hanging out with people that carry knives that they bought this place or that place, but they're not like in the knife community. It's not like a hobby for them. Man, a lot of the times those knives are really dull.
Yeah, it's like the rim of this glass is
Yeah.
sharper than a lot of these guys.
And
blades.
they're cutting just based off the fact that it's a thin piece of metal. It's not sharpened like an edge. And I know that for a fact because I've given 940s, Para 3s, a Mantra 3 that I had back in the day. I've given those away to family and friends, and those are all, by all accounts, nice knives. And I'm so glad that they're using them, but every time they come back to me, you can run them across your hand. They're so dull.
Being one of the sharpeners at the shop, I mean, I see tons of like, how was this even cutting stuff?
Horror stories.
It's just like, how are you even using this?
And it's dangerous to a
is.
certain extent. Especially, this is a really dangerous thing when you have dull spots on your knife, on a sharp blade. Like if someone's cutting here and they hit their knife against the edge and that spot's dull, so the next time they're cutting something, they snag on it and then they...
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
ooh, makes me so nervous.
Especially kitchen knives too. They can be pretty dangerous.
Big time. I think that's probably what most people talk about when they talk about a dull knife's a dangerous knife.
I'd say for me, most neglected would probably just be cleaning and oiling. Seeing a lot of kind of third-hand knives coming through.
Yeah.
Like so much pocket lint or just tape residue. Pivots are super dry. Like I don't know how many times we've gotten Microtechs back because they're failing. And it's like, have you ever lubricated the action? And they're like, how?
Well, I had a gentleman bring in a Microtech, a UTX-70 the other day, and when he fired it, he uses it at work. God bless you. But he uses it at work. He works in a wood shop. Fired it, and sawdust actually came out, like hit me, and I was like, but it was firing just fine. So that's a testament. It was an older Microtech UTX-70, which is super cool. But when he brought it back down into the body, it was hitting something, probably particulate matter, and it just wasn't locking. So it kind of hit something and bounced back out. But yeah, so I think cleaning, especially on an enclosed system like a Microtech.
A lot of guys will use their knife and just immediately put it away.
Yeah.
For instance, a customer was using his OTF to cut oranges for his lunch every day.
Sure.
Just retract the blade and put it in the pocket, and he brings it in like, why isn't this working? So we pull it apart. It's just completely rusted.
Was it?
Yeah. Like all the internals were rust from the orange juice.
I was just thinking sticky, but acidic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that took a while.
Did that get resolved through warranty?
We just did our normal cleanup service and got it back to working.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I was gonna say the other day another gentleman, and actually these happened on the first day because I'm only in the shop one day a week, but these happened on the same day last week. But a gentleman also brought in a I forget which Benchmade auto it was, but it was an older Benchmade auto. I think you were there. And it was firing really slow. He was thinking it might be a warranty issue, so he was bringing it to us to help him out. And I just had a sneaking feeling that since it was still sneaking out like that it was a cleanliness issue. So I just simple greened it, compressed aired it, and hit it with a little gunny glide, Scott gun, you're the man. And it was firing like a champ.
Yep.
So saved him a little bit of time, but if he would have been kind of consistently cleaning it, it would have never gotten to that point anyway. Right. So I think definitely cleaning is something that we're all probably a little bit guilty of.
Oh yeah.
For me, something that I'm personally guilty of, and that's just because I'm not very comfortable at actually doing it, is stropping. I know stropping, especially on these high-end blade steels that a lot of us are running in our EDC blades now, M390, 204P, LMAX, all that kind of stuff, S90V. Those are kind of the common steels in high-end knives nowadays, and you can get 5-6 months of good use out of those steels, even without stropping. So imagine how long you could extend the life of the knife. Yeah, because a lot of the times you're not actually dulling the blade, you're rolling the edge, you're giving a little bit of wave to the edge, so it feels dull, but it might actually not be in need of a sharpening, but that removes metal.
I feel like a lot of people will strop and strop and strop until they can't because they don't want to get rid of that factory edge.
I 100% agree. I think, there's a lot of people out there that really like the look of a factory edge, and a lot of sharpening systems, when you actually go to sharpen them, they'll lose the tip a little bit, and then it kind of just changed. It doesn't look right anymore. So I think that definitely happens.
It's also easy to go too far with your angle and strop your edge away.
True.
And then you're like, why is my knife getting duller? And it's just technique. It's definitely a learning curve.
Especially with a little compound on there, I would assume. There's a little cut to it. But that's a thing that I would actually like to have you kind of bring in and do for one of our new series. So Lay in Wait was a new series coming from REC, but that would be an awesome episode for that. It's going to be kind of more focused on education, a little bit less conversational like this. But how about some underrated knife brands to you guys?
Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Got it sitting down here. I'm going to have to go with Bordertown blades. Super, super sick. I saw a lot of the really cool models at Blade Show. They also had some super sick kitchen knives. This one in particular was my favorite.
Yeah.
Super thin, so not really a bushcrafty knife, but good slicer. And then
That's a
also
great
has
size.
a custom leather sheath from, I believe it's from his mother-in-law that made it. Got that with the knife. So everything about it, super awesome. Love Border Town blades.
I could get
And they're
behind
nice
that.
people.
And they're super cool.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a super cool dude.
Him
Very-
and his wife
very
were at
humble.
Blade Show, and they were both really, really nice. I like the white liners in there too. That looks really nice.
Mosaic pins. I forgot the name of that wood.
AEBL.
AEBL.
That's the first AEBL knife that you got this year, but it
It is.
wasn't the last.
It's not.
And we'll have to unveil that next week because you probably don't have it here with you.
I do.
Oh, you do? Cut. Grab it.
This is an LT Wright I picked up when we visited LT last week. If you guys didn't see on Instagram, videos will be coming soon. Also super thin. You can like bend, I'll do it in this one. You can bend the blade.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Also AEBO, micarta.
And you've already modified this thing.
I have. It was polished and then it didn't have the two little dimples on the side, but I made those. Just ground them in.
This turned out really good. Like the texture on it looks
Yeah.
really, really
I like
good. How'd
it a
you get
lot
that
better.
texture on it?
Much better.
So I put a piece of tape over the whole blade and then I put it in the sandblaster.
That works like
Yeah.
that? Wow, that looks awesome. That's
Yeah.
probably why it's so even. That's
So
really
I
cool.
just sandblasted the whole thing. I was doing it with Scotch-Brite, but it wasn't even.
Yeah.
It was taking forever. So taped the blade up, blasted it. It was done in a minute,
Wow.
and it feels really good.
It does, and
Yeah, this
it
thing
looks
is
it
cool.
looks factory like that. It looks
Yeah.
awesome. For me, I think I'm gonna have to go with I think like QSP. I don't think they really get the love that they deserve. I think sub $50 they make the best knife on the market right now with like the Penguin.
Coolest designs, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they're just nice. And another reason I really dig them is they just have nice, clean designs. They're not trying to go modern and flashy. They use cool materials. They just released a whole line of Penguins in 154 cm and like brass and titanium and whatnot with different anode colors. That was super cool. Those are a little bit more expensive, but I think like the standard Penguin with D2 in my card is like $30.
Right. And then
That's
they have
nuts.
that, I don't remember the name, we'll pop it up on the
Yeah.
screen, but anytime someone comes in like, I just want a good knife, but I don't want to spend a lot of money, it's like under $25. It's a D2 blade with G10 handles.
Is that the Parrot?
It might be the Parrot.
Yeah, the Parrot.
But that thing is awesome for
Yes.
under 25
Smooth
bucks.
too. Crazy
And
smooth.
comes
It
in
is.
so many different colors, like
From pink
Yeah,
all the way to
definitely
black, like it comes in all. Yeah, it's so,
So
cool. Oh, they just released those in micarta as well, and they're still like $30.
wow.
Yeah, with D2, like that. I think those are definitely in my most underrated brands. Yeah, I don't think they get enough love. I think they're kind of overshadowed by Civivi and Best Tech in certain
Yep.
ways, but probably because they don't have the flashy marketing and pictures, and they don't do like the Damascus and carbon fiber like the other ones do. But they're just no nonsense,
Stands for
great
quality,
knives.
service, and price.
Yeah,
And they provide all those things.
I agree. And they always come super sharp, which I always love. All right, guys. So,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I was getting out,
oh,
I was getting out of that one.
hold up.
Everett,
We forgot Everett's.
what's
For me,
your...
it'd be Lon Humphrey.
Oh, yeah.
An Ohio guy grinding stuff out. Uses a lot of 52-100.
Yep.
Some of his stuff is big and crazy, but that's kind of the part of why I like it.
Great sheets.
Yeah.
I think one of the really cool things about him being like a really small manufacturing setup is that he'll go out into his lawn and see a tree that had been struck by lightning and say, those are my handles.
Yep.
And do a whole line of like cool, crazy, burnt looking wood for handles. He's just a solid all around
Doing
designer.
some really cool stuff.
Yeah, and then a lot of the kind of smaller, more EDC friendly blades from him have like cool liner colors
Yeah.
and everything. They're just slick, man. And 52-100 is totally badass. Sorry for almost skipping you.
You're good.
You're about to get out of that. All right, guys. A topic that we've been threatening to do for weeks and never gotten around to is: are you guys familiar with the licensed Twisted Tea Microtech collaboration? I think they did that. It could have been a Murphy-owned custom or a custom shop, Microtech custom shop model. I don't remember which one it
Super
was.
cool.
Yeah, and it turned out really cool.
Wish
And
we had the chance to get them in.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been sick.
Oh yeah, I mean, and obviously super well done because it was from the Microtech custom shop. They also do kind of sneaky collaborations with Star Wars stuff all the time, so they're really tapped into that market, which I think is really smart. If you could take any knife brand and combine it with either a colorway or a thematic kind of overhaul from another brand, what would it be?
I would probably go for Hinderer. Kind of doing that SIG Legion colorway.
Like the dark tan and gray.
Yeah.
That would be
So
legit.
good. And then just make it feel a little bit more tactical.
That would be
Just
really
all
cool.
the way around, yeah.
Really, really cool. Maybe a little bit of a little wear on it would look good on that.
Maybe like more aggressive jimping or something.
Yeah.
But
Have you seen the SIG P320 that they did with an aluminum frame and G10 grips? I'll show you that because it probably has a similar vibe to what you're going for. But we'll throw that up on the screen here just to give you guys a little bit of a perspective of what we're talking about. That would be super slick. Mine's also a gun brand. I think you want to break it up with a little bit something more fun.
I'm gonna have to go with Mountain Dew and Benchmade.
Oh, that's a match made in heaven right there.
They'd make a pretty cool knife.
that could be
Benchmade and Redneck Coffee.
Like a Griptilian
Yeah.
with Mountain Dew on it.
So you're thinking like a Mountain Dew fluorescent green blade?
Yeah.
My gosh, that would be awesome.
Just completely off topic. Have you guys seen the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew that they're doing?
No, I haven't.
What? Is that like a collaboration with Lay's?
I don't know what's happening, but
Oh
they
my
have
gosh.
a Flamin' Hot
I don't know
Mountain
about
Dew coming
that.
out.
I'll try it.
We'll show it on the next
I would try it.
I'll try it.
If we could get it on here, that would be hilarious.
Okay, for me, I would like to see a Glock collaboration with something Microtech folder. I think like an LUDT or a SOCOM would be super sweet with that kind of much lampooned and made fun of Glock grip texture. There's like just little nubs that they do that are they're really sharp and they probably tear the crap out of your pocket, but they are very grippy. I think that would be super cool. So Microtech, if you're listening, get on board with Glock. 2 well-respected kind of older brands. I think that would be super sweet. And obviously kind of goes with like the tactical mentality that they already have. The SIG Legion colorway would be even cooler though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like there's just so many brands like a BCM Combat Troodon or a Wilson Combat. Or they do Chris Reeve stuff, but there's so many cool like heritage badass tactical brands that would look super cool collabing with nice expensive knives. All right, guys. So something that I've been wanting to incorporate into the rec report for weeks is a little bit of knife news. That takes me being a little bit more on top of things, which if you know me, you know I'd forget my own ass if it wasn't attached. But this week...
Where do you come up with this?
This week, I was tapped into the news. Not necessarily knife news, but I think it kind of ties in, so guys, bear with me. So, on this week's Rec Report, I'm Evan Rogers, and this is the news. A woman this week was attacked by a mountain lion with her and her children. The mountain lion actually attacked one of her children, and she, being a total badass, was able to fight that mountain lion off with her bare hands. And I ask you, does this not make you want to make everyone you know carry a knife?
Yeah.
At least a knife.
At least a knife. I 100% agree. Thank God she's okay. Her children are okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A ranger later had to put down the mountain lion, and they did DNA tests and figured out that it was the same mountain lion involved in the attack, I should say. So that's all on the up and up. But yeah, I think of knives 90% of the time for utility, for cutting stuff, because we carry other stuff in Ohio to protect ourselves. But man, if you live in a state that is prohibitive for other ways of protecting yourself, carry a knife. Doesn't have to be big. It's just got to be strong and sharp, and I think she would have been well suited with that.
Oh, yeah.
Could have given her another kind of leg up, because those things are scary, man. They are scary, scary animals. And
Big cats.
oh yeah, they are horrifying. And even if they weigh 100 pounds and you weigh 200 pounds, they are stronger,
Yeah,
faster,
it's 100 pounds of muscle.
more athletic. Like they will F you up, man. So yeah, be careful out there, guys. Make sure that you're carrying a blade on you every day. Make sure that the people that you love are carrying a blade on them every day. Be safe. Take care of yourselves.
Not that we have mountain lions in Ohio, but
I'm going to need a fact check on that because I'm not 100% sure. They have them at the Columbus Zoo. Mountain lions in Ohio. Boom. Roasted.
no, they don't.
Yes, they do. Anyway. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on this week's Rec Report. No, I was joking. Since it's a standard video on the Rec Report this week, we're giving away $50. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm
Make
on
sure
my...
you follow up on next week's episode so you actually get your $50.
Yes, absolutely. Comment on the video and let us know that you shot us an email or a message and how we could find it. I'm going to filter duplicate users and we are going to get going. Alrighty, guys. Excuse me for butchering your name, Nylock Whale Hands.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. His comment was that he was carrying a Bradford G3 sheep's foot in crew wear, and that's his EDC fixed blade. Great EDC fixed blade, he said.
Yeah, it is.
And I think that he was referencing, this is from the second version of, or the second episode of the Jamie Hall video, referencing that he saw a Bradford kind of sitting around there.
Nice.
So shout out to you. Leave a comment down below and we'll get you taken care of. Oh, also, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're liking what we're putting out right now. Going through the analytics, which I don't do very often because I'm more of a talking and having fun guy than I am a numbers guy. But a whole bunch of you guys that are watching these videos consistently aren't subscribed. So if you don't want to miss another video, if you want to keep seeing the content that we're putting out there, subscribe. It's totally free, and we'll make sure we get good content in your newsfeed. We appreciate
Also,
it.
like and leave a comment.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, give us a like. It really helps out, and the comments can help you out.
Yeah.
Because you can win $50 in store credit. So give us some love, and we'll keep putting out good content for you guys. We appreciate all the support. All right, Ev, you got some Cerakote stuff for us?
We do.
Fantastic.
Custom shop has been cooking lately.
We've
Seriously.
been super busy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
First things first, we have a little buoy, Spyderco buoy that we've done in the Stormtrooper colorway. So white and black. We'll get some close-ups of these on the screen.
That looks so cool. Yeah, the Stormtrooper colorways are some of my absolute favorites. There's just something
We've
clean
done a
about
lot. Like we go through a lot of white.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
And that's a color that's completely underrepresented in the knife community in general, or the knife manufacturers, I should say, in general, but that people are obviously looking for. And that looks super awesome. I see a Koenig over there.
There is. So this was just an all black Cerakote, and then we did satin flats.
Looks so good. That's a kind of another thing that people probably don't even know that we offer. That's a lot of work. But
It's definitely more time consuming.
Yeah, it turns out really, really good. I've seen you do it on a couple Koenigs, definitely on a Chavez, and it always turns out really good. It's almost like a hand satin.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, we're doing that after the Cerakote is applied. So one slip up and you're blasting and respraying the whole blade. So it's definitely a risky process and very time consuming because we're going really slow.
Super slick, I dig that. The action's so good on these. Yeah, these are so badass. That looks really, really cool. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get some close-up shots of these because this long-distance shot is not going to do justice for these guys.
And then last but not least, we have an RMJ. This guy just wanted all black everything. The blade and everything was already black, but it was really beat up.
Yeah.
So he just kind of wanted a refresher. The pins were not black, they were silver.
Okay.
So he was like, can you just spray the whole thing? So we threw it in the blaster. And
When I first
hit it
saw
with
it,
the
I
color.
didn't even know that you guys sprayed the whole. I was very confused on how you did it because I thought that the scales were separate, but they're also Cerakoted and you can't tell.
and it gives it a different feel texture wise too when you Cerakote G10. I really like the way it feels.
It looks factory, man. This RMJ stuff is so sick. They're such cool pieces. I mean, they get a lot of press for the tomahawks and like the breacher tools that they put out. But man, that looks super badass. Those are awesome, man. Very cool. You guys got anything else for the good people out there?
That's it for me.
Cool.
If you
Everett?
have any questions, any Cerakote stuff, shoot us an email, cerakote@riversedgecutlery.com.
Yeah. I know you guys are busy. Let's cram
Really
some more
busy.
on
Yeah,
top of that.
absolutely.
Keep it coming,
We love
guys.
it.
Keep it coming. We appreciate it. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining us for episode 6 of the Rec Report. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what's an EDC item that you can't go without and what's one that you can't get behind. Also, let us know what a dream collaboration between a manufacturer and another manufacturer would be for you guys. And screw it. Who's your favorite designer? We want to hear from you guys. We'll be down there replying. I've been digging the comments that we've been getting.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good discussion going on down there, so we appreciate that,
A lot
guys.
of positive energy. If there's anything you want us to change, also let us know.
Yeah.
We're
Yep.
super open to making this what you guys want to watch.
Yep, this is meant to be a community service and tool for you guys because you guys are the reason that we have jobs and the reason that we can do this for a living. So we really appreciate you guys and all the support and love that you've been giving us. So shout out to you guys. We really appreciate it. And with that, Riley, you want to take us home?
That's it, boys. We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, guys.
Later.